Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, actually welcome to my channel because this is a whole new channel. So welcome to my humble abode. Thank you for being here. So while you're here, you might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that like, share it out, tell a friend to tell a friend, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into this, okay? So guys, what we're going to be doing today is just a little simple, easy, quick makeup look. Nothing too expensive, and something quick, something you can do pretty much every day. Everything that I do in this video I wouldn't really do on an everyday basis, such as like the blush. I don't use blush all the time. Even contour, I don't contour all the time. Bronze, yes. Contour, not all the time. Even the highlight, I don't always highlight. I will give the illusion with the setting powder, but yeah. So technically this is not my everyday, but this is a very simple, if I have enough time, daily look. Okay. And don't mind the brows, okay? Don't mind the brows, okay? My brows are not done, okay? We'll talk about that a little later, but yes. My brows are not done, so I had to make do with the best, okay? But yeah, so let's get into this makeup look, honey. So I realized that my camera was not recording at first. So when I was doing the eyebrows, it wasn't recording. That's why my face looks like that. So I mean, the only thing I did so far was just brush them and then put some concealer. I conceal before I put any brow product. This way it just makes the cleanup process for me, it makes it neater, and for me it makes the eyebrows look better. Also, if let's say I don't want to fill them in, cleaning them alone does such a good job with your eyebrows, in my opinion. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just blending out the concealer that I put. And for my brows, I use the LA Girl Pro. Yes, we still use that, okay? This one, yeah, we're just gonna keep on going. Okay, this one is in 20, G6959, okay? So yeah, the brush, I'm not gonna lie, don't remember where I got the brush from, and it doesn't have a name on it, so yeah. So now I'm just going in. This is what I also use to brush them, because it's a two-sided brow pencil. This is the Absolute, New York Super Slim Fine Point Brow Pencil, and this one is in Pecan. SSEB03. So now I'm just filling it in. What I do is I kind of just start filling in the end piece, the tail of my eyebrows, and then I will line up the top. I don't line up the bottom because the concealer does a pretty good job at that, and I only line up the top just to kind of, so you can kind of tell where it begins, where it ends. Okay, now my eyebrows are not done, and I have very curly hair like everywhere, so including my eyebrows. So when my eyebrows are not done, they get very curly. Not only that, naturally I have a small unibrow, and I was born with a split in the middle of, like, well, not the middle, the beginning of my right eyebrow. So all the hair that's like before it goes the opposite way, if that makes sense. So, and it's because it goes towards my unibrow. So not only are my eyebrows not even, I have that issue with the right eyebrow, and then my hair is just naturally curly. So when my eyebrows are not done, or like I don't clean them up myself, they can be very difficult for me to slay, which is why they look crummy today. But it's okay. We're still gonna get it together. We're still gonna do this beat. Okay, now I'm just kind of cleaning up the tail. Like I said, just doing whatever I can, fixing it up however I can, as best I can. So I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit about what this channel is going to be, about what my plans are for this channel. So if you remember me, I actually had a channel before, a beauty channel before. It was Beauty by Dira, which I also had a business connected, that I extended from that, where I sold hair, edge control, lashes, things like that. I want to say I started that channel in like 2017, and then I started the business in like 2018, which I kind of stopped doing both like the end of 2019. Now, I still have the old channel, which I now do my spiritual work on. So that's where I post like my readings mainly. Yeah, so why I okay, so let's just kind of go back a little bit. So when I gave birth in 2014, and in 2015, that's when I knew I needed help, mentally. Like I kind of already knew it from before. Like I've been through a lot in my life. But being a mom, and then the relationship that I'm in, and which I'm still in, I just knew I, needed to better myself. So I end up going to therapy. Now, going to therapy, so just real quick, the little brush that I was using is by Real Techniques, and it is their concealer brush, I believe. And now I'm blending it out with, I don't even know what brush this is, I'm not gonna lie, there's nothing on it, so yeah. But so once I kind of started my healing journey, that led me to my spiritual journey. And that's kind of when I end up taking putting this on the back burner, because I got very into my spiritual journey. And I felt called to start doing spiritual work. Now, I always knew that I was a medium. If you see me talking, by the way, don't mind. I'm talking to my fiance. So here, I'm just spraying a little water to get that hydration, because I'm about to prep my face. I like to prep my face after I do my brows. I don't know why, but for me, it just works. It feels right. So, and I usually would use like the Mario Basque spray. If I don't have that, I would use a setting spray, but I just used a little water today. It was the closest thing to me. So, and I actually just realized I didn't put any setting spray on today. Crazy. It happens when you got a lot going on mentally. But so I just put on some little face lotion, and I'm just gonna let that sit for about a minute before I prime. And so I kind of knew, like, just felt called, like, going through like my spiritual awakening. I felt called to start doing spiritual work, because I always knew I was a medium. Like, I've been seeing spirits since I was young, but I never accepted that about myself. I didn't tell too much people. It was something I dove deep into, or tried to learn about. Nothing. So now I'm going in, guys, with this little Black Radiance illuminating oil, hydrating oil. But so I have dry skin, so it's very important for me to use products that are creamy and oily, because I have dry skin, which I pretty much have dry skin everywhere. I don't really have oily skin anywhere. So I guess dry and normal skin. So now, so that's kind of what I started committing myself to my spiritual journey. And I turned my channel into my spiritual channel. And that's when I started doing readings on my channel instead. Now, because I also didn't grow to where I, thought I would had been in the 2 years or whatever that I was doing it. Yeah. So this is the L'Oreal stick foundation. Now, even though I've only used this about like 3 times, I've had it for a little while, so I don't even know what shade this is in. But yeah, most of the time I just use my liquid. But today I felt like using the cream because I wanted something lightweight. The liquids I feel like can be heavy. And again, I have dry skin, so I don't use powder foundation. So yeah. So between the fact that like I felt called to do the spiritual work, and then I wasn't reaching the success level I had wanted to reach by that time, I'm like, yeah, I wasn't supposed to be doing that. Like that was just to learn certain things, like learn how to operate YouTube and learn how to make a website and learn all these things for my spiritual business. And I really believed that. So that's what I started committing myself to. Like December 2019 is when I started, and I ended up even getting certified to be a life coach, which you don't need certification, but I just took it very serious. So I went ahead and did the training and got certified because I wanted to mix that with my reading. So I wanted to be able to use my psychic abilities to really help people. So when you do like intuitive coaching, when you have the logistics of the coaching and then the gift of the, intuition, and you combine that, I feel like it's very powerful. So, that's what I started doing, and I started just committing myself to that. But then, I guess you could say, not recently, it's just kind of always been there, but I knew I had a passion for content creating. But like when I first got really deep into my spiritual journey, I just, like I went into like being really natural and barely wearing makeup and, having my natural hair out and, not really doing my nails. And I still kind of am like that. Like I wear my natural hair out a lot. I don't wear nails as much as I used to, and I don't wear makeup as much as I used to. But it was like I was following kind of like other people's beliefs and version of spirituality. It was like I was being like in a cult or religion, like I guess, seeking approval, and I realized, yeah, no, we're not doing this. Spirituality is all about, the individuality of your spirit, it's about every journey is unique and different. So I realized that I was allowed to, do my spiritual work that I'm called to do, but also do something for me. And that's what the content creating comes in. This is something I really, want to do and take far. Like this is what I want to do full time. So I'm already a stay-at-home mom. I'm already an entrepreneur, but like it's a different type of satisfaction. Like my spiritual work, I feel good because I know that I'm really helping people with my gifts, and I feel like I'm doing what Most High wants me to do, what I'm called to do, and I'm honored. But I feel like my spirit had its own passion, had its own path for me as well, and I had abandoned that. So now I'm honoring that and realizing that you can, balance. It's kind of like parenting in the same way, in the sense like you can be a good parent and still have fun. You can be a good parent, and I don't really club or party, but you can be a good parent and go to a party. Going to a party don't make you a bad person, unless you're a bad person. Now you're drunk all the time and you're neglecting your kids and things like that. Then that's different. But just your kids are safe and sound, and just going out for some fun. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's kind of what I realized with this. Is like me doing something fun for me. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as I'm not forgetting, the mission. As long as I'm not neglecting my purpose. You know what I'm saying? So here I am. And that's, where I'm at. And it took a little while for me to even record this because once you kind of convince yourself something, it's kind of hard to unconvince yourself, because I've convinced myself that this wasn't for me. So to unconvince myself that, it took some time. But today I was just like, you know what? We're going to do it. Even if we don't post it, we're going to do it. And so here I am. So on my new channel and on my, beauty platforms like on TikTok and Instagram, I plan on doing beauty, makeup, hair, fashion, and lifestyle. That's what I enjoy posting about. That's what I enjoy showcasing. So yeah. And by the way, guys, I am blending my foundation out with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I love Real Techniques brushes. As you'll see in this video, the only time you see me use a sponge is for the powder. Like, I love these brushes so much, and they blend so well, especially the Expert brush and the buffing. Oh my gosh. So we're just going back in with that LA Pro because I'm going to put a little foundation, eyeshadow on. I'm not going to be putting much, so I just put a little foundation just for it to stick to it. But not really too much because I don't need it to really be popping. But yeah, so, if you ride this journey with me, that's what you can kind of expect to see. And if you are into spirituality, especially divination and root work and things like that, make sure you follow me at your fave tarotist. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. But yes. So now I'm going in with my PUR Festival eyeshadow. I actually got this when I was doing BoxyCharm. Cause see, I would do my BoxyCharm videos and all of that. Like, I was really into this, okay? So we're just gonna be going in with this shade Sunset. Now, normally I wouldn't use a shimmer eyeshadow like on my lid, but yeah, I just felt like it today. So that's what we're doing. I do have hooded eyes, but I'm not really doing no cut creases or like winged or, smoky eye look. Just putting this one shade, and then I'm going to end up using one more just to kind of blend it out, but that's about it. So the hoodedness doesn't really matter in today's look. Now this brush is, I don't even remember, it's something glam. Something glam, and that's all I can see. Everything else is kind of, I also believe this brush came in a BoxyCharm kit as well. So after I do this shade, you're going to see me go into the shade Epic. Now that's just, again, to blend it out. There really wasn't no harsh lines, but I just really wanted it to be blended better. I could be very, particular. So, and then I could be very critical of myself. So, yeah. So I'm just getting my second brush, which I'm going to use to blend out, and this is the Ruby Kisses blending brush. So I'm just using that to blend it out, and I'm using that color Epic because as I'm blending it, I'm like, okay, it's blending, but it's not giving. So that's when I was just like, yeah, no, we're going to end up using, because I actually use Epic often. I actually use that, and I would use that as the one shade, but because I did this shimmer, I don't know, I just didn't like how it was blending with this shimmer all over. So I'm like, yeah, no, we gotta get a non-shimmer in here. We gotta get a non-shimmer. So now I'm just using that to just further blend it out and take away a little bit of the shimmerness, I guess you can say. But oh, there's a birthday party next door. All I hear is happy birthday to you. It's funny, my kid's birthday next week. Big Leo energy, huh? My kids will be 9. I have twins. They will be 9 next Tuesday. We have a party for them this Saturday. And that's also kind of a thing. Like, I really want to be that parent. Like, I want to be an example, you know? I can't tell my kids to chase their dream and I didn't do mine. Like, yes, my spiritual work, you know, I'm still doing. I'm doing my entrepreneurial stuff. Like, I'm doing stuff that, you know, most people wouldn't do, don't get me wrong, and I know that's inspiring enough, but it's kind of like I feel like, you know, it's like a parent telling a child to do something. You know, like, this is what spirit is telling me to do. So, you know, I'm doing it. Of course, I will obey. But the beauty, like, that's for me, you know, and I can't really tell them, you know, chase your dreams, and I'm not even doing that myself, you know? So, like, don't get me wrong, I love my spiritual work and my spiritual business. Don't get it twisted. But like I said, I feel like that was the dream that was created for me, and this is the dream that I created for myself. So I'm just using the NYX Mineral Foundation. This is in the color Rich MSF13. And yes, it is a foundation stick, but we are going to use it as a contour stick, okay? I love the creaminess. I love the depth, you know, because one thing I love a contour. I love contour, especially like I'm already very bright. So like before I put that contour, I just be feeling so highlighted. Like I just be feeling so yellow. But then I put that contour and or that bronzer, and I just like, yes, bring that color back. Yes. So now I'm just using my Ruby Kisses brush as well. This is the foundation brush. Don't ask me why I'm using it as a contour. It's because it was an angled brush. It does not do very good as a contour brush. As you can kind of see here, but that's fine because I'm going to end up blending it out anyway. But I probably won't be using that again. Not as a contour brush. But yes, guys, so here we are. It's the little Michael Jackson nose for me. Oh boy. But yeah, so we just blending that out as much as that little brush will do. And now we get into the real brush. This is my Real Techniques buffing brush. So now we just gonna buff all that out because that other brush is not it for contour. It's not it, but it did its thing. It's not it for blending. Applying, you know, kind of just, you know, lightening it up, it was fine. But as far as really blending it in, as you can see, it did not do that. There's lines everywhere. There's harsh lines everywhere. So, you know, Papa Bluffer is in to save the day. This nose is killing me right now. Like, I notice how it always looks when I'm doing it, but I don't know why. I guess because it doesn't normally look like that because of the brush. You see the face. Because I don't know. I've never used that brush before. And if I have, it was like one time and it could not have been for contour because I would have remembered. So I probably actually used it for foundation. But yeah, so we just gonna go ahead and blend, 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 and I'm gonna continue to talk my ish to my fiance. Oh, I kind of hate that, like, you'll kind of see it more, but that like ghostly kind of like look under the contour. Like, you see how light that looks under my contour? I hate that little look. That's why I don't conceal there. I know some people like conceal the line to clean it up. I don't. I'll use the powder, and even with the powder I try to blend it out, you know, as much, because I don't know, but I just don't like that area looking illuminated. So I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty, and this is in the French Vanilla, as my highlight concealer. Now, again, like I said in the beginning, like for my typical everyday look, honestly, what I do is brows, I'll put on lashes. Sometimes I'll put on eyeshadow, sometimes I don't. And then I will just bronze and use my powder to give that little, look. Sometimes I will blush, sometimes I won't. And then I would just, highlight. That's really my go-to is the brows, lashes, bronzer, setting powder, highlighter. Like that is like standard for me at least. But if I'm really actually doing like a more full face soft beat, because the other look is a little bit more natural. But when I'm doing like a little soft face beat, like kind of like today, that's when you'll see me using the concealer and things like that. Now when I'm doing a full beat, then we get to the color correcting and the eye cream and the concealer, and then the highlighter, and then and then the real eyeshadow, like the cut creases and the smoky eyes and all of that. But I really don't do full beats or like full glams like I used to, and with the glitters and all of that as much as I used to. I probably will get back into it now that I'm back into content creating, just to kind of show you guys how to do it, or how I do it at least. But as far as like going out and stuff like that, I really don't. A lot of times I don't even put on makeup when I'm going out now, and if I do, it's simple. I've realized I'm not gonna say I look better and more simple, but like I feel like the more simpler looks kind of bring out my natural beauty more. Cause like when I take off this makeup, there's not a lot of difference, You may not see like my little blemishes here and there, or like my bags or whatever, but it ain't no big transformation. It just kind of accentuates my natural beauty. Okay, so now I'm just using my little brush. Yeah, I clearly meant sponge. And I'm using my Black Radiance loose setting powder in Banana 80/40. Okay, so normally I would kind of like dab under my eye before I put powder on, just to get any the creasing, just to get the concealer out of the crease, because my eyes do crease, especially like I have like hooded eyes, and then I have small eyes, and then I have natural bags, so yeah. But it actually wasn't creasing, so I didn't. Okay, now I do always put like a first softer layer under my eyes. That's really just to set it in, and then I'll put more just to kind of bake for that, just for that look. I love this highlighter, I love this powder, so I just like how it really, I just like how it looks. Like it just kind of gives me like an airbrush kind of look. I do use another powder. There's two other powders that I have right now. One is a translucent powder, which is very popular, but I can't think of the name right now. And then I have another powder. I can't also think of that name right now, but nothing hits the way this one does, let's put it that way. Like those are good powders, they work well, but the translucent, if I have a heavy hand, it could actually look very ghostly. And then with the other, damn, I wish I remember what it is, but with that other one, it's banana as well, but this one is just so much softer. Like if I'm doing like a real glam, then okay, I'll use like that other one. But I don't know, this powder, I just stay doing stupid stuff, but this powder is it. So now I'm just brushing it away with my powder brush. I don't know what brush this is right now, but I'm just brushing it away. Brush it off. You see, like, it just melts so good. Like, it's like there's no powder. Just, I don't know, like, just, I love it. Love this powder. I actually had this powder in a darker color for like the contour effect, but then my mom had liked it, so I gave it to her because she was the actually the complexion of that, so that setting powder, you know, did good for her. I was just using it just to set my contour. So now I'm just kind of fixing up my eyebrows again because, like I said, they're not done, so they're really not cooperating. But we're doing what we can do. Like, y'all see that, like, that highlight under the contour? I hate that. Like, I hate that so much. But I have to set it. I have to set it. And honestly, the reason why I actually don't have to set it, I do that to clean up the contour. But yeah. And then I'll kind of normally just use whatever I use for the foundation to kind of, you know, not make it look so ghostly. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So now I am using my what do you call this thing again? Mascara. And this is the Nyack New York all-in-one waterproof volume length and define. This is in black. Now, I don't actually normally use the lash curler unless I'm not putting on lashes, and I'm not putting on lashes. Just kind of on a little lash break right now. This mascara is good when like it's kind of done now, so you don't really see it, but this mascara is actually good. I had another mascara. I've had a few, but the one I threw out recently, I wish I remembered because that one I really like that one. This one is not bad, you know, for a nice drugstore little mascara. It's really not bad. I feel like this one is kind of better for lashes, because it doesn't make your natural eyelash like pop. Like some mascaras really make your lashes look like you have lashes on, or like you have eyeliner on, just how popping they are. This one is not one of those. This one's more mellow, but it does get the job done. I'm sorry, guys. Little burps. Sorry. So, and now I'm yawning. What the hell? So, yeah, I mean, the face is coming along. So, blush is one of those hit or miss kind of things for me. And what I mean by that is, like, I don't always use blush. Even if I am doing, like, a full beat, blush is, like, the least, for me, the least makeup necessity is blush. Like, it does, don't get me wrong, nice little blush can really warm up the face, brighten up the face, and like, I'm not gonna say I'm against blush because I use it, as you can see, but it's not something I feel like I need with every look. Okay, so the brush that I was using was the MAC of 140S, and I used the Patrick Star Take Me Home Powder Blush Duo. I mostly used the non-shimmer side, but I kind of mixed it into both to apply that. So then I just went in with my buffing brush just to kind of buff it back out and mix it with the contour well, because we don't want the Napoleon ice cream look. Okay, with the chocolate, the strawberry, vanilla. Yeah, we don't want that look. We kind of want it to be a little seamless. So now I'm going in. I've had this for so long. It's Dreamer Bronze and Brighten Cheek Palette. So we have the blushing glow, the afterglow, and the mineral glow, which is like the little contour glow, the highlighter glow, and then the blush glow. Okay, I don't really use the blush as much because I don't know. I don't do shimmer blush much. So unless I'm not bronzing, which the only time I really don't bronze is like if it's now no sun out. Okay. And even then I still bronze for the most part, but that's when you might catch me with no bronzer. So on those days I'll use like a shimmer blush. But yeah, so I'm just using that bronzer, putting in all the areas that I contour. Normally I wouldn't put it on my nose or under my cheeks, under like my jawline, but Why not? Because I actually end up not highlighting today. Did I highlight today? No, I didn't highlight today. So I end up not highlighting, also end up not spraying setting spray. So, yeah. But are we just blending everything? Yeah, we getting it together. Okay, we looking like a person. She looking like a man. Y'all remember, damn, y'all remember, was this, Stewart and his mom? Was it Saturday Night Live? Look what I can do. Look what I can do. Woo! Good times. Y'all remember good times? Anyway, I know y'all remember. All right, D. So what's next, gang? What's next, sis? Oh, we doing lips. So yeah, we just putting on a little lip stuff. I'm not putting on no lip liner today. Lip liner is also something I don't always use either, especially like on a softer look, because I already have thick lips, so I don't really, the most of the time, the only reason why I personally do use lip liner when I do use it is for that the Cupid's area, because when I put lip stuff on, it makes my lips look so rounded. So you don't see that. And I don't have a deep little like Cupid's area anyway, even though I find it so cute. So once I put something on my lips, it kind of hides it. So that's why I would use that. And then if, like I said, if I'm really glamming out, I'll put a little highlight on top too. But I don't glam out as much as I used to, so I'll be chilling. I put a little lip gloss, so now I'm just taking a little tissue because we don't want it too slippery, with that lip gloss, because then, let's say you accidentally, you put on a sweater or something, you're going to get mad brown lip gloss under, because the lip gloss is a matte lip gloss, but with the, gloss, it makes it a glossy lip gloss, so you'll end up having that brown lip gloss all over the place. It's like a lipstick lip gloss. So, and this is also my go-to, very natural, if I'm not doing too much with my lips, just to have some color on my lips, because I feel like with makeup with no color on your lips just makes it look awkward. Alright, so there ain't really much left to do. I didn't use my kabuki brush, which I usually always end my looks for. See, me being on the phone and whatnot, I was distracted, hunty. My camera died. Sorry, guys. So this is the final look. I hope you guys are feeling it. Okay, again, this is just something, easy, not too expensive. Most of the products that I used are drugstore, with a little bit of, like the Fenty and the Bobbi Brown. I so meant Black Radiance, not Bobbi Brown. Still not too expensive though, but most of this is drugstore products. So this is something quick and easy, maybe take you 30 minutes. And again, you don't even have to do all of these as for just a simple everyday look. You can, mix and mingle how you want. You see, I didn't do any lashes today. Normally, lashes is something that would be normally part of my everyday look. I don't play when it comes to lashes, but like I would sit there and not even do makeup and put on lashes. But I'm giving lashes like a little break right now. So again, something cutesy, something fun, something simple, and something not expensive. All right, guys. So I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure, if you didn't already, but make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, okay? Give it a thumbs up and leave a comment what you think, any tips, any little conversations. I'm here for it. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.